different
Y'all go over
GA
here.
word.
Oh.
I was like, we're about to get canceled.
No. No, the other
So this audio's live, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we on 48 seconds.
Yeah,
Oh, 47. 46. Yeah, I always wonder what he does. Like,
I think there's
Tupac.
Yeah, come welcome. He's like, I don't even like him.
Biggie, y'all go talk. Y'all need to have a talk.
Go get him.
Check.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Mic check. And I got time, guys. Whatever time.
Yeah, I got time.
Plenty of time.
You got time?
Well, you got time?
I got time.
We got all day.
We
got all day.
Time. But I can hop off and hop back on.
Ooh.
Making moves. All right.
Oh, my bad. That's me.
Damn.
You had 1 minute to do all that, Ray.
Come on, Ray.
2, 1.
Boom shakalaka.
What up, everybody? We're back live with another episode.
Back again.
I already put it.
Bro, he's on it. Bro,
I'm on it already.
Bro,
We're
he's
live.
on
We're
it.
live.
He's on it.
We're live with Joey. We're bringing him back again so we can have a further discussion about everything that we've been talking about. And, of course, he's always has something new going on. Today, we are talking about a lot of what we talked about before, but, of course, new topics, especially something that Joey's been really interested in is finance.
Investments,
for
sure.
And of course, fitness again. Trying to talk about a little bit more about some of these supplements. What do you think about creatine?
Man, creatine, me personally, you don't need it. It's not a necessity. Your body already has creatine in it. Obviously, depending on what you eat and how you're eating, will create more creatine or not. But is it good? Sure. It's not bad to have, but do you need it? No, it's not a necessity. So it depends on obviously depends on your goals and what you're trying to do.
Okay, I was about to say, but like maybe once you get to a certain plateau or
Right.
a certain like 2, 3, 4
Absolutely.
years of grinding, then maybe it's something like what it is, a supplement.
Because what it is you're gonna build strength, right? So what creatine does is it creates more water in your system. So you're gonna create more water. So you're gonna be bloated. So be prepared for that. Now, some creatines, they've obviously advanced different creatines now that don't make you bloated. So it just depends. I personally don't take creatine because of how well I eat. My creatine, and we have creatine in our body already. So it's already, God already put that in there for you. But if you want, you definitely, depending on your goals and what creatine is going to do, is going to make you stronger. It's not going to lean you. It's not going to cut you. It's just going to make you stronger.
Okay.
So.
And is it one where if I stop taking it, then I'm gonna start going down again, or is it
Not necessarily, because you should maintain your gains. Yeah,
Okay.
you'll maintain your gains and you'll have all that. So it really, really won't. But a lot of people think, I'm gonna take creatine and just get jacked or just super swole. Not necessarily. You're gonna get bigger, eventually. But it just, like I said, for one, is gonna be your meals.
It's not overnight.
It's not overnight.
It's not like in 2 weeks because I got a wedding to go to.
No, it won't be like that.
So here it says increased performance. Is that what that means? Like you increase
your strength. Yeah.
I mean, here it says promote strength and size, but
Right.
increased performance. I mean, that's a very vague term, right?
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean?
To me, increased performance means like, okay, you can run faster, longer. Have more endurance. That's what increasing performance to me would be. And necessarily getting stronger or getting bigger, which is great, not a bad thing. But performance, faster, longer, obviously. So
Stamina,
yeah.
Maybe stamina.
Sure. Yeah.
Because I think faster is. I mean, I think that would.
faster. How?
Yeah, that would be really.
And this one I think
really hard.
This one I think I got from
Gary.
F.
It's
FNH.
just lean
FNH.
mass accumulation. Yeah, I mean all these features or marketing tactics that they use is to get your attention for sure.
Camera's picking it up, just so you know.
Oh, bad.
Yeah, just so you don't.
Oh, it's all good. It's Calvin. We let him know about the podcast.
I want
but
you to
anyway.
share his password to your Bank
So
of
what
America.
would-
Oh yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
What would allow somebody to enhance their performance?
Definitely SARMs. SARMs will help you performance, obviously, because I've done it. SARMs is just a muscular What's what I'm looking for. Enhancer. That's gonna enhance your body. But man, it all goes back to what you eat. I mean, it's gonna go obviously steroids. If you take a steroid, that's gonna definitely enhance you. But
So
it all goes back to what you eat.
There's a difference between SARMs
Between
and
the two,
steroids?
absolutely. So SARMs are much more safer. They say they create cancer. They say different things about SARMs. But I think the number one thing they said big about SARMs was it created cancer. But I'm telling you, man, if you, and this is all supplements, no matter what, all supplements. If you take them for 2 months and then get off of them for a month, you're giving your kidneys, you're giving your liver, all those things a break, if you will. You know what I mean? So, but you do get addicted. Like I am addicted. I'm a point right now. I am addicted in my life to fitness. Like I am addicted. I need to tell myself, hey, you need to rest.
Okay, I thought you were saying you were addicted to the supplements.
Well, in essence, you do get addicted because you're just so used to taking them over and over and over again, and how you feel, right? So if you're taking let's say you're taking a pre-workout that has 400 milligrams of caffeine in it, and you're like bouncing off the walls at the gym, and you're just ready to go, and you just can't stop. Right. Yeah, that's gonna make you feel amazing.
Correct.
But you do that for 2 months, and you're like, okay, now what? Right. You know what I mean? Now let's get off of it. Let's see how you feel when you get off of it. So now you're really pushing yourself to get off of that supplement, and now push yourself the way you would if you were on that supplement. So now you're like...
But is it more of a mind thing now?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Everything's a mind thing. Correct. No matter what, everything's a mind thing.
Well, it's a mind thing until you take that supplement, right? So, like, you can...
But even then, with the supplement, like, when you have a supplement in you, like, when you're taking your 30 minutes before you work out your supplement, and you're just ready to go, you're launched. Like, oh, come on, let's get it. It's such an incredible feeling. But we can't forget, hey, I need to... not rotate. I need to just cycle off. Yeah, cycle off of that, because you get so used to it. So there's some days, and I know I think you've said it before too. Like there's some days where you come into the gym and you're just like, man, I just not feel it today. Yep. I took my pre-workout. I took my SARM. Like I'm not feeling it. Well, that means you need a cycle because your body is getting used to it.
Right. Okay.
So.
Okay. And when you cycle, take that month off, do you feel different?
Absolutely. Like I don't want to say sluggish, but you don't feel as hyped up. You know what I mean? You don't feel as... Now, that's where food comes in, though, too. So if I'm not eating the way I'm supposed to be eating, and, you know, I mean, like, perfect example. I'm off right now. I'm not taking SARMs right now. I'm not taking pre-workout right now. I'm taking my little energy packs that I buy at H-E-B. And then I'm taking...
But do they have caffeine? Or
yeah, it has caffeine. Not as much caffeine, though. So, I mean, my dosage of caffeine is normally, 300 to 350 milligrams, per scoop. So I'm down to like 100. So that's a big difference.
You do one scoop?
One scoop. Yeah, just one scoop. But I do a morning workout and then I do an afternoon workout.
Both times you take pre-workout?
I was there for like the last 3 weeks of the bottle that I had. Just so I know that October, the whole month of October, between now and then the whole month of October will be no supplements. Like letting my liver recover, letting my the bloodstream, everything recover. Okay. Everything's in recovery mode right now.
Protein, extra protein.
So I have to, So that's where that comes in too. Extra protein will come in.
So you still take, because that's still a supplement, right? If you're not eating,
correct.
Like it's still.
But it's not gonna affect my liver. It's not gonna affect my kidneys,
Makes sense.
right? Like SARMs would, or like creatine would, or like any
BCAAs.
No, BCAAs are good because those are amino acids. Those are also proteins. So it's a type of protein. They're building blocks.
So we have a question that says, can you get big with steroids if you don't work out daily?
Can you get big with steroids?
If you don't work out daily. I guess if you don't work out. Maybe.
Well, daily, I mean, you can skip a day, but now your eating has to be on point. I mean, no matter what, your eating has to be on point. So, yes, you can get bigger because
bigger how, though? Like, if you're not...
Increase
muscle mass. Yeah, you can get...
But if you're not working it out, what is it turning into?
Well, if you're just missing a day or two, you're fine. I mean, and it's because it's all food. Like, those bodybuilders are not getting big because they're lifting heavy. They're getting big because of how much they're eating. Gotcha. How much they're consuming in their system. Correct. So, and then from there, they're going to burn when they work out. But they're going to also, depending on, what their routine is. So a lot of guys, too, in the bodybuilding industry, a lot of guys have gone a lighter weight, more reps because they're going to get that pump, right? And then they've gone to where range of motion is another big incentive for bodybuilders as well, along with machines because of the joints and the range of motion as well. So
there's a theory out there that is might be being debunked, or I've heard about it, that it's not about you tearing the muscle. Like that's what we used to think, that if you tear the muscle, then it grows. So you have people in there going to failure, and like destroying the muscle. But there's been a theory that you don't have to do that. Like you don't have to tear the muscle.
Right.
It's
as
more
hard.
about engagement.
Yeah, it's more right. Mind body. Mind body is one of them. Another thing I've learned too from training with one of my clients that I train with is she's getting ready for a show, is time over tension. Definitely time over tension. Between we will have maybe a 45 pound on each side of doing squats on a leg press, right? And to us that's like, man, that's nothing. Like, but if you do time over tension with that and do 20 reps, time over tension, 5 seconds down, 5 seconds up, 5 seconds down, 5 seconds up. That's gonna burn. Like that's gonna give a good burn. So, and you're still building. You're still getting that contraction of that muscle being pumped. So, definitely time over tension is another big one.
And do you mix and match it with
all the time? All the time. 1 week we do. Yeah, 1 week we'll go really fast and just kill the workout.
What does fast mean?
Just you're keeping your heart rate up.
Like breaks in between.
Yeah.
Have a lot of
no breaks in between. I mean, if we do,
he doesn't know what that means. He doesn't know what breaks mean.
If we do a break, man, it's from going from one machine to the next machine. All right, let's go. You know what I mean? Because you got to think about it, man. You don't have time. You don't have time to take a break. We only have 1 hour in the gym. We have 1 hour to go. That's it.
What if you did have time?
Do it for an hour and a half. No break.
Because I've had I've learned from a bodybuilding book, it says, I had 10 different workouts, and we said, okay, we're going to pick the one that's like the most advanced, like 6 days a week, 3-day split, do these muscles, and then in between set a timer for 2 minutes in between sets. Okay. And that's what we.
But how did that make you feel? Like, were you cold afterwards? Like, did you benefit from it? How did you feel after between each set?
Like, were you still?
Like, was it too much time? Like, what? How did that?
No, I mean, I felt like we were able to push between, like, each set. We were able to push more and more, not more and more weight, but we were able to complete that set.
Okay.
But I remember.
How many was it? Just you and another guy, or was it you and 4 guys?
Okay. Me and another guy.
Okay.
But when we worked out, we worked out with you, it was like one after the other, after the other, after the other.
Because believe it or not, your body only needs 15 to 20 seconds to rest. It doesn't need that much time to recover. I mean, but that's where you increase your endurance. You build the metabolism.
Correct.
You're that heart rate is moving, so you're getting a workout. You know what I mean? And for most people, man, it's this. This distracts everybody. Right.
Yeah,
it distracts so many people.
There's a difference between like actually having a plan and following through, and having a plan and just kind of following through.
Right.
And talking and being on the phone and being distracted.
And definitely, man, if you're I would say if you're a smaller guy and you're trying to get bigger, you're gonna need that time.
Mean? Like, am I small?
No.
Is he small?
He's not small, but he's not big either. Like he's right in the middle. Like I would definitely see him. I would definitely see him trying to go, 100 or a minute to a minute and a half rest. Okay, now let's go. Because I could definitely see him lifting like 80-pound dumbbells and like just 10 times. But
it's true.
And then I've seen him in the gym. So it's just one of those things. What are your goals too? Because now another thing too is you see a lot of fat guys on the sitting on the bench on their phone. And you're like, dude,
that used to be me. And
then of course too, it's like, bro, you've been going here for 3 years, bro. You look the same. What is
That's the worst feeling, is whenever we've been at the gym for like the first year was super progress. Like the progress that we've had, like 30, we lost, like me and another friend, we lost 30 pounds. Mm-hmm. We gained a lot of muscle. But now it's been like 1 year, and we've gotten stronger, like our legs, and but like
arms,
sure. More definition. Smaller groups of muscle are getting bigger, like your
more rear, defined.
Rear triceps, the long head tricep, things like that. But there hasn't been like that huge leap like we had at the very beginning.
Right.
And that's just start plateauing, right? Like it just gets harder.
And that's just changing the program, man. I mean, it depends on what your program is. If your program's been the same, if your program's been the same since it started, then it's gonna be. I want to say Because it's not true for everybody. I think everyone has a different aspect of what they're doing in the gym. So, I mean, for me, I've been doing the same thing, man, for years. And the difference is that I do change my weight. Like, you go from lifting, 80 pounds to lifting 140 pounds on dumbbells on bench.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big jump. You know what I mean? From 1 week to the next week. But I'm keeping the same.
That's what you do.
So, like say on the off season, I keep the same program. But now maybe my weight might be a little different. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll go 110 and go down to 70s, 60s, on the off season. So
correct, because there was times with you, like 1 week would go heavy. So we'll do 6, 8 to 10 or something like that, right? Or backwards. And then there's other days you're like, no, 12.
All
quick,
12. All 15.
4 sets of 12
all
or 4
20.
sets of 15.
Yeah.
Go.
Right.
And the weight's smaller.
Right.
Like you're doing a little bit less weight. But I think that's a good way. Because me, when I used to power lift, like you said earlier, just sit on the bench. Like that was me, right? Yeah. So my coach was like, you're going to do 2 reps and then just kind of relax. Yeah. And then you're going to do another 2 reps. And I got strong. I was strong, but I was...
Oh, no doubt.
But I was a ball, I was kind of... And it's weird because I was fatter, but I weighed less, which is, I don't know how that works, right? Because that's when I was at 181. I was at 181.
You had less muscle.
Probably. Okay, makes sense. So, yeah, so I was at 181, but I was lifting more. But once I started changing or working out with Joey, it was different because I did feel weaker because, we would put like 225 on. Then I'm like, man, I used to do like 4 sets of this for 12. Now I'm doing 4 sets of 6, and barely getting by. But I think that's what changed because I was like, man, there's no point in me being strong. Like, I mean, I was competing, but then after I was done competing, there was the point of me just like, okay, I can do 315.
Anybody over 30, do they want to be sexy? Point blank. Female, male, you just want to be sexy. You want to go to the beach, you want to go on vacation, you want to be able to take your shirt off and like, man,
you want to be back to where we used to be.
Yeah, we used to be. Exactly. And then from there, when you reached your goal, you're there now. Okay, now what? Do I want to compete? Do I want to get stronger? Do I want to stay here where I'm at but get bigger? Like, right. And then that's where you can...
I think it starts becoming self.
Yeah.
Right? Like exactly. Maybe the ego starts to come down a little bit. You're Absolutely. Like, okay, I don't care about...
Because I used to ego lift too, man. I would freaking 5 plates on each side, let's squat, like crazy. Yeah, stupid. I mean, not stupid. I think the only reason why I say it's stupid is because it does put a lot on your joints. And Correct. It does put a lot on your lower back. It does
huge
put a lot...
risk, for
what? That's why deadlifts have never really been my
Ronnie
thing.
Coleman, perfect example of Ronnie Coleman. You know what I mean? He freaking squatted like 10 plates on each side, and then he tweaked his back. And look at him today. You know what I mean? Look up Ronnie Coleman. You tell me if you want to keep lifting heavy.
Yeah. I think everybody should know who that is.
Yeah. I think I saw a video. It's like, unless you're competing for a certain thing, there's no need to try to put so much weight on deadlift or on squat. Like, unless you're doing it to get somewhere purposely. But if you're just doing it because you're going to the gym on a daily basis.
And like I said, I just want to go home and see my wife and be like, damn, you look good. You know what I mean? And I mean, obviously, a lot of people want that too. They want to see their significant other, or they want to go to the beach or go wherever. Right. And the big one is the beach, or the swimming pool. That was a big one for me growing up. Was when I was younger, man, I used to wear a T-shirt when I would go to the pool. I was so embarrassed. Yeah, I was so embarrassed. And now it's like, man,
we need to get a before picture of you so we can post it here.
I have to tell my mom. Yeah. I don't have any before pictures of me.
We need a chunky Joey so people can see that you weren't always that way.
Yeah, no.
A lot of people are like, oh, it's genetics. He was born like this.
No, man. A lot of.
But it was your younger years, right? Like, I mean, before your teens.
Right at his teens. Right at his teens.
Even before then. So growing up, man, I was like, I would say between 7 and 8. I was eating everything, bro. Like, I would eat everything my mom made. Fideo, carne guisada, like everything she would make. Tortillas. I'd have like 4 or 5 tortillas. I would eat everything. And then like 5th grade is when I met Sarah, and she had 5th grade, bro. 5th grade is when my wife.
Sarah,
your wife.
That's my wife.
Another Sarah, right?
No. Sarah.
Dang.
Yeah, 5th grade.
I know y'all were high school sweethearts.
No,
bro. Not
elementary sweethearts.
Yeah, not elementary sweet, not pre-K sweet.
Freaking pre-K, bro.
No,
like,
bro. When you were in pre-K, you were supposed to just have crushes and not make it official, bro.
Well, I mean, I didn't. I mean, when the first time I saw her, I was like, oh my god, that good guy right there. But anyway, so 5th grade is when, and she fell in love with me. Chunky, like she loved the fact that I was.
She probably hates you now. Like, she's like, where's the fat boy?
Yeah,
it's gonna keep me warm.
She really enjoyed the fat kid that was there. And then like we would go to I remember that summer we went to the pool and I kept my shirt on, and she was like, "Why are you keeping your shirt on?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't like whatever." So then we moved. My dad got out of the Army because he was in the Army. So we moved to San Antonio. And in San Antonio is where I lost all my weight. And I like...
Because you were sad that Sarah wasn't with you.
No, man. Honestly, bro.
You were heartbroken. That's usually what happens when you're heartbroken.
Yes and no. But honestly, bro, I remember being like, I'm tired of being fat. Like, I'm tired of putting my seatbelt on and me not able to, like...
You have to,
I think, I mean, to think in 6th grade, you know, you're thinking that,
were you getting bullied? Was it?
No, it wasn't even that, man. I was a cool kid in school. I mean, I wasn't the most popular, but I mean, everybody, I was a pretty cool kid in school, and nobody ever made fun of me. It was just me. Like, I didn't like the way I felt.
That's huge, you know, to be that age and to be mature enough to know,
shoot, man. You all remember the ab roller it was a big ab roller that had, like, the wheels, but the wheel would contract, would come back. Correct. So, man, I had it it was in my room. That one, and then the one you would crunch, I had that in my room too. I would do like 100, 150 a night. And I was just, like I said, I was just tired of being fat. I just hated being fat. And I remember coming back. Yeah, and then I remember coming back because we moved back because my dad was like, man, this isn't working out. I don't like what I'm doing. Do you guys want to go back to the academy? And I'm like, man, yeah, that'd be great. So then, of course, I come back and Sarah was like, oh my gosh, this is a whole new guy. Yeah, it's a whole new dude. And I mean, that's when
loving you.
No,
so then you had to get her a different way now. It wasn't looks.
Yeah, exactly.
You had to put the Mac moves on her now.
So then, of course, man.
6th grade was that 6th grade now?
6th grade. So now we're in 7th. I'm in 7th, and 7th and 8th, and then I excelled in sports. I excelled pretty well in sports, but we were in an academy, so there wasn't a lot of competition. And then I got to high school, and in high school was where she was like, you know, she wasn't so used to all these other guys that she saw at the academy, except for me. So I was like, man, you know what? Whatever, it is what it is. So she went off and, you know, experienced new guys, whatever, and how you do in high school and stuff like that, and so did I. And
with guys?
Everybody.
You too with guys?
No.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Hey, it's 2022, baby.
Hey,
you know?
No.
Okay. You know, I told you that when I met you, right?
What's that?
I didn't tell you. When I would see you at Anytime Fitness.
Oh, you thought I was gay?
Yeah.
No, it was you and Osvaldo.
Yeah.
Or Ozzy. Ozzy was like, man, I think he's gay, bro.
Yeah, I thought just the way he, but I mean, it's not bad, but just the way you carried yourself. Metrosexual.
Metrosexual, thank you.
Right,
yeah.
Just taking care of himself.
Smell good.
Always smell. Always like
shaved.
Always. I don't think. Yeah.
On point.
Always on point.
Had a haircut. Man, this dude's gay.
Yeah, like, he's kind of cute.
Man,
he's probably gay. So if I mac on him, he's gonna mac back. So I was like, I'm gonna stay away from him. But he was there, and it was loud.
So once he knew you weren't gay, then he was being.
Then I was like, he's cool. He's got kids. He's got a wife.
Oh yeah, and then he would bring little Joey and sit him in the back.
Now he can be gay with you.
Yeah, now we can be gay.
Because then it's real, and then it's
then it's real, and then you're like, whoa, wait a second, whoa. But
that's it.
Right, but then I think I did one of your weekend workouts there one time.
At PA or at the stadium? At any time.
Okay. One time. Cause
so guys, I don't know if you guys know, I've been everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm that guy.
He's a personal trainer.
Whore. It's okay. You can say it. It's all right.
And which means he's been in multiple gyms. But there on the weekends or certain days, he would have people go in the gym, run out. And he would like be screaming. I'm like, man, relax, bro. We're just trying to get me and him. Man, I'd be like, we're just trying to get a quick workout. And then Hans is like, you should do one of his workouts. I was like, yeah, I think it was like a Saturday.
Yeah.
We went up there. I was dying. I was like, all right, yeah, I'm not going to do this no more.
This is dumb. This is stupid.
This is dumb. This isn't going to give me gains. But
little did he know.
Right. But when we did it this last time, like we talked last time, I liked it. It's good. It really pushes you, and not taking the breaks, I think, really helped me a lot with my stamina in general. Just, I think, because, and I mentioned that last time too, like, the jiu-jitsu people noticed. They're like, dang, Ray, you're not tired. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm not. Like, you know, they're like, dang, like, you're rolling with, you know, because doing jiu-jitsu will work you out.
Oh, I know. I've seen videos.
You're freaking out of breath. And I was like, man, I'm really not. So I think that concept, I like that concept. So even now with my workouts, I try to, like, you know, like today, me and him, we did 3 workouts, doing, back and forth. And then the break was to get the next ones ready. But, besides working out and personal training, what else are you up to right now? What are you working on?
So I've really gotten into investments and in the stock market and, you know, what it's doing and different things of just really, I mean, this is so I'm going to be Like, this is the first time in my life ever I've been able to, like, take a break. Like, be able to just focus on me.
Break from what?
Just from fitness, because, you know, I get up at 3 in the morning. And, well, typically when you know, when you guys were with me, I would wake up 3 in the morning, 2:45, 3 in the morning. And I say that because that's how long it takes me to get up. Like, you know, motivate myself. Come on, guys, let's go. I gotta get there. Yeah, everything.
Get ready.
So I would get up.
What time would you go to sleep?
8:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30. So when my kids go to bed, that's when we all go to bed.
That's facts, because I would message them and I get no reply.
You will not
get the reply the next day.
You can message me. Yeah, I will message you at 3 in the morning when I wake up. Like, for real. So, and yeah, Ray knows because he's getting the message before that early. So,
so you just shifted your sleep from, like, let's say 10 to 6 to 8.
Honestly, man, I've never really gone to bed at 10 o'clock. I've never been that person. I've really been really disciplined on, like, going to bed by at least by 9. Like, being out cold by 9 o'clock. I leave me and my wife have a rule now. It's 7:30. This thing goes away. I don't look at it. I don't touch it. I don't do nothing. If somebody messages me or something does happen, I mean, I might message them back, but 9 out of 10, I'm not gonna look at my phone.
I mean, you're home. The kids are there.
Right.
You know, your mom probably has.
One thing too is that Sarah's always busy, man. So if I can be there with her and spend time with her and talk to her and see how her day's going and things like that, that's my world. Correct, you know what I mean? So she is way more important than my phone. Right. So, or anybody.
And I just read that recently where sometimes couples will interact in between the day, but if you give them like 30 to 45 minutes of pure, that's going to go farther than you interacting in and out. Like, oh, yeah, cool. How was your day? Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
But if you sit there and you actually, that's good.
And then too, with relationships too, like, so Sarah doesn't work out. I mean, she doesn't work out like I do. So she's not a fitness.
It's not her life.
It's not her life.
Right.
She loves dance. She does the dance thing. She does choreography. She's always on the move. Like, she's moving all the time.
What does Sarah do?
She's the dance coordinator for Sam Houston State University, and then she does choreography on the side. So, like, she'll do Tomball High School, she'll do Magnolia High School. I think recently she did Magnolia High School. They'll do different camps.
Didn't she, like, fly to Florida or California?
Yeah, she went to
they flew her out.
Colorado, West Virginia. They'll fly her out and do choreography. So she's amazing at what she does. So I don't ever try to interfere with her. So any husbands or wives out there, let your partner, like, learn along the way. Like, they're gonna see you making progress. They're gonna be happy about your progress. Right. Let them, if they want to work out or if they decide, hey, I think it's time for me to, you know, because, you know, we're done having kids. We're not gonna have any more kids. So at this point, it's like, okay, does she want to work out? Does she not want to work out? So right now she's like in the middle. Like, there'll be days where, like, babe, I'm going for a run. Let's go. All right, let's go. Or they'll be like, not today. And I can't push that.
And
like,
you still offer.
For sure. Always
like
offer.
Invite. And then
yeah,
if they accept,
always.
Then that's
good. Great. But if not, it's cool. Like, this is your journey. Like, this is your fitness journey. You know, you're gonna do what you want to do. So then, of course, too, she'll have me send her workouts for her girls that at Sam Houston. And she'll do them with, like, she told me she had ran with them when they did the run a mile and then back. So, I mean, you can't be more proud than that.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So the best advice for anybody, any couples, for one who's working out and staying strict on it and one who's not, is just motivate them. Motivation. Don't push them, because I've done that too in the past. Is I've pushed
Sarah, like, you've tried to be like, come on, man. Like,
let's go. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're wasting time. Like, why are you tired? I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. What do you mean you're tired? You know, like that.
In that book that I gave you.
Yeah, that's a good book.
The book that I gave him says, you know, women don't, they're not motivated by your commands or your discipline. They're motivated by your praise.
Correct.
So anything that they do in a good way, you praise them, and then that's what motivates them. It's not your demands or your discipline or your, like, hey, do this. Your solutions aren't the motivation.
Right. And me as a guy, I've always thought, oh, well, she's gonna see what I look like, and then she'll be like, oh man, I need to get on it because my man looking good. I need to get on it too. She's like, not at all. not unfortunately, not at all.
And you learn to live with it.
Yeah,
like, not live with it, but
and don't get me wrong, she does compliment me here and there, and it's great, but it's not like the thing. Like, it's not like, oh my gosh, my husband is this amazing trainer who.
And that book also says your track list doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like,
it doesn't.
What you've done in your achievements 100%. Doesn't matter. It's the now. It's like how you feel now.
Right.
And as men, we don't really go through that. It's like, what we've achieved is who we are. So it's like these achievements should be enough, but it's like it doesn't matter at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, she can give a damn if I have an 8-pack, 12-pack, 16-pack. It don't even matter. It's really, you know, how am I treating her? How am I giving her? Yeah, like you said, the praise. You know what I mean? So, for her, anything that she does, man, I'm proud of her. Whatever, whether it be she went for a walk or went for a run, because I don't push that, that subject on her. Like, hey, you need to go work out. Like, I think it's time for you to work out. Like, that's the last thing I'm gonna do.
So you said you took a break from that. Is that what you took a break from waking up at 2:45 or?
Oh no! I'm taking a break from actually like hustling, finding clients or getting clients, or because you know there was a point in time when we moved here, I had clients from 4 in the morning till 2 3 in the afternoon, so I was nonstop, 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, all the way to 2 in the afternoon. I was done. Like I'm just like exhausted. Was I making great money? Absolutely, sure, but
you were also working out in some of those.
Yeah, I mean, I would find time, or if somebody canceled, I would have to boom. That's my workout time. Like I didn't have time to just chill and stop. Like I had to make it where, okay, Gary canceled. I got to work out now. Until Susie comes in at 11. Like that's my time to work out, which was it's a good thing, but then it's not because it's so inconsistent. So inconsistent. So recently, man, with the investments that I've been doing, it's been a blessing. It's been a huge blessing. And it's funny because I was thinking about this yesterday. I'm like, man, what? I feel like right now, because Ray messages me probably every day, like, hey, like motivates me. I don't need any motivation. I'm not. I'm self motivated. So, which is great. I'm glad he does that. But I was praying, man, and I'm like, man, God, what do I need to do? Do I stay here? Do I need to hustle more? Do I not need to hustle more? And he just said, be still. Like, you're good. All your ducks are in a row. You're fine. So then, of course, that night, right, my wife goes, hey, would it be a problem if I drop Joey and Scarlett off to you at 11? And like, because I wanted him to show me a sign. I'm like, I need a sign. What do I need to do? I mean, I have clients until 10:30. I'm pretty much done for the day. And then I go back in the afternoon at 4:30. But I have a big old gap. Like, what do I do? Like,
go home and eat chips and watch sports.
So I'm like, okay, Father, what do I need to do? And of course my wife comes and says that, and she's like, and then it dawned on me, like, I'm good. Like, be a dad, be a dad, be there for your kids, be there for your wife. So that's what I mean by a break. Like, obviously we're grinding in the morning. We get up at 2:45, 3 in the morning. We grind all the way till 10 o'clock. I'm sorry, 10:30. To be 10:30. My client's on vacation. That's why I'm here now. But typically it's 10:30. I'm done, and then it's pretty much whatever my wife needs, or if the kids need something. That's my break, man. Like I say, I don't have to worry about, I need to be over here for this client, or this client needs that. It's pretty much just a chill mode.
But you were able to get that through, hustling so long, and then having enough money to be able to invest, and then that investment bringing you
the freedom,
some sort of
freedom. Yeah, the freedom. I mean, the freedom to just not do anything. Not necessarily not do anything, but right now, not worry as much. I'm always worried. That's why I have this pimple right here. but and there's no need to worry. Like, when your faith is strong as mine is, and Ray knows what I'm talking about. You have that faith of God's gonna take care of everything. Don't worry about it until He does show you, hey, because He'll show you. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I think you need to move now. Like, it's time to move. You've been resting a little too long. So, but yeah, I've been grinding since I was 18 years old, man. I mean, I've had 3 jobs. When we moved here, I had 3 jobs. Fast forward to today, it's like, okay.
Would you say that this is the most financially stable you've been?
Yes. Extremely financially stable and extremely blessed and extremely, but it all goes back to, man, finding the right people. Because I think, that's even whether it's fitness, whether it's investments, whether it's relationships, if you don't find the right person, you're going to get screwed every time, And like I said, whether it's any of those things, if I wasn't a person who said, okay, if you eat this, you're not going to get your gains. Or if you do this, you're not going to get your gains. You're not going to lose any weight. Or if I wasn't real, if I was just like, oh yeah, give me your $300 a month, and we'll just work out and that's it, then how true is that to that client? You know what I mean? So same with investments. It's the same with just everyday life and who you trust. And thank God, that people have been able to trust me enough to say, okay, I'm gonna take your money and flip it and do things with it. Give me 90 days to do that. And
what would you say to people that say like trust no one, like people that try to do everything by themselves?
Well, I think that you live and learn. I think.
Have you failed at all?
And misery loves company.
Have you lost?
Misery loves company. Yes, I've lost. I've lost quite a bit. Not me personally. Somebody who we trusted. Again, somebody who we did trust in, and obviously the outcome was not good. So then I had to make a decision on finding somebody else. And thank God, again, that we did find him, and his name's Calvin, and Calvin, he definitely increased everything. And don't trust me, he's gonna be on this podcast. So
yeah, we're
gonna get him. Yeah, and he does crypto, he does bots, he does all the things in the market. So, but yeah, I found Calvin, and Calvin is probably as real as I am, as far as just telling me up front, like, hey, this is gonna happen, this was gonna do. And I mean, so far, man, we've increased our investment by 14,000. So, and I'm sitting at home like, what do you need to worry about? Like everything.
I text him, what are you doing, man? Come out here, you start working. He's like, chill, relax,
recover.
chill, relax, recover.
Because now I can actually focus on myself. I can actually, really.
There's a lot of peace and rest.
So much, man. There's so much.
There's so much growth and peace as well.
And it's just, like I said, my faith is very strong, in my trust in God, that I just give it to him, man. I'm like, if you need me to move, you're gonna tell me to move.
Correct.
If you need me to sit, I need you to tell me to sit. And as soon as my wife said, hey, can you pick up Joey at 11, or can I drop off Joey and Scarlett with you at 11? Yesterday, I'm like, that's it. That's what I need to do.
If not, you would have been like, no, sorry.
Yeah. If not, I would have been like, hey, I gotta go work. Yeah. I gotta go do my 9 to 5 or my whatever whatever the schedule is.
But I think that's good, because that takes to point where you hustled so long, right? People want that. I want to work 2 years and then I'm gonna be set. But like, you hustled, you did things, you met people, you went your ups, your downs, and everything, and it finally worked out after you made some nice decisions of where to invest, this and that, right? And now you're at that position, right? Where things are not always overnight, right? Like, I mean,
absolutely.
How old are you?
35.
35. So you weren't 21, and then you became now stable when you were 22, and chilling. Like, you went through all that 3 jobs.
Correct.
And it's not over, right? Like,
man, it's
once you feel like you're there, you're like, this is just the beginning.
This is just the beginning.
Like, I've been underground, I've been in the mud, and now I'm like cleaned up and I'm ready to actually start. Before, you're like, where was I? Know, I was at the.
So, and my biggest challenge for all my clients is what they eat. So, I was thinking, and
why'd you look at me when you said that?
Because you're the main one out. Because you're the main guy that doesn't. I was thinking the other day, and I'm like, man, how can I? Because I obviously, Ray's like a brother to me. So I take his advice. I see what he's talking about, and I go from there. And I'm like, man, how can I get people to really like dig deep and eat the right way, work out the right way, do what they need to do? So, and tell me if this is a bad idea or a good idea. If I have anybody out there who wants to do this, man, let me know. But I want to get like 10 females and 10 males, right? And obviously, with the way this investment's going, is obviously I'm gonna have enough money to do this, put this together, right? And then of course make a business out of it. So 10 guys, 10 girls, for 3 months. You stay here in this house that I'm gonna acquire. You have your own room. I mean, maybe a little bit bigger than this. You
real world.
Yeah, real world. Like
Jersey Shore style.
No.
GTL.
No, bro. No,
I'm Ronnie. I'll be Ronnie.
Yeah.
No, it's no, bro. We're gonna have girls on one side, guys on one side. Okay. And have it to where it's.
Is there gonna be a hot tub?
Like Biggest Loser of Conroe.
Oof.
No, give me. Hear me out. So Biggest Loser of Conroe, right? So we set your meals. Well, first we're gonna get your blood test. See, because everyone's body's different, and that's a thing. One thing everyone doesn't understand is that everyone's body is different.
Yes.
What I eat and what Ray eats are two different things.
Correct.
What my carb intake and Ray's carb intake are two different things. So get your blood work, right? Once we get your blood work back, we're going to show you what's going on in your body.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, and remember, we got 3 months. So it's a 3-month commitment, right? So yes, we're gonna dissect into your bank account. You are, not me. You are gonna go in your bank account. What are you spending every single month? That is unnecessary, right? So because at the end of 3 months, what's gonna happen? You're gonna lose weight. You're gonna have the body that you've always wanted. You're gonna have to buy a new wardrobe. So that's gonna be the initial incentive, right? So we take these 10 and 10, so 20, to say 20 people, right? Every single morning, 5 a.m. is a workout. Everybody. I'll wait, like a boot camp.
Right.
Every morning, 5 a.m., wake up. They have their breakfast. We have breakfast prep for you. After breakfast, you go to work. Do what you got to do at work. Then you come back to the house. Workout number 2. Do another workout. We have dinner for you. Then you go to sleep.
Right.
Every single day for the next 3 months. So 90 days. 90 days.
Sorry, I don't mean to.
No, go ahead.
Wouldn't it already be a success by them committing? You know, wouldn't that be the ultimate? Like, once they're in, like, they're already winning because they're.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
so
yeah,
like
for sure.
It's like the military, right?
Yeah.
Like, once you go in.
Once you're.
Like your personality, your lack of motivation, your laziness, none of that's gonna matter because you've already committed.
Yeah.
To putting yourself through this.
And you already paid me, so.
Right.
No, for sure.
So I'm just thinking, like, that's gonna help these people, right? But how do you get the average person to follow through this boot camp?
I think based on what he said, because those average people will still go to work and will still be tempted at work, will still be able to, like, you know, you're not like just closing the house.
That's
like,
the big one.
Like you're gonna wake up, do your workout, you're gonna go to your office, do your work, come
because
back and do
it's
that.
honestly, bro, it's teaching people, 1, how to eat. 2, on Sunday is gonna be that's gonna be your weigh-in day. So Sundays are gonna be your weigh-in day, and then we're all going to the grocery store. And I'm going to show you exactly what to pick out, what to eat, how to eat. Because
so it's like molding them.
Well, it's molding them into a lifestyle, right? It's never about diet, because you say this all the time. It's never about diet. It's about a lifestyle. It's about creating that lifestyle of you constantly being consistent and being disciplined enough to, you know, buy the right foods. And then, of course, now you can even dissect that even more and say, okay, well, what are your kids eating?
I think it's necessary to get to that level to change a lifestyle.
Yeah, and you have, but because it's almost like you have to.
Yeah, 30-minute coaching or like texting is just not enough. It's like you have to.
And like Ray said, you have the freedom, right? You have the freedom of going. Yes, you're gonna go to work, and yeah, there's gonna be temptation, but you got to come back and see me at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, whenever you get done at work, and we're gonna do another workout. So that's either you over here throwing up, or you're going to be fine because you were disciplined and you were able to control yourself and say, all right, let's
what's the
really
incentive? The biggest loser, they lose the most weight.
No, I haven't got that far yet.
No, okay.
Yeah, but I would imagine a prize.
When you said finances, I was like, man, that's kind of cool. Like maybe you're like your finances. So we have certain people that are going to come in and also teach you how to budget, teach you how to that helps you
absolutely
become an overall better person.
That's a good idea. That's a great idea. Yeah. And then another thing too is a wardrobe. I mean, who doesn't like going to buy new clothes or buy a new outfit, or you love it, right? Like yes, you do. You're such a liar.
Yeah, new pairs of.
I don't.
Lulu boy.
Yeah, like
I'm a Lulu boy
now,
me too,
bro. I got you, but
I have no style. I've always told you I need style.
But what if I was able to get somebody with you and say, hey, let's go, you know, after you lose, let's say, you know, 15, 20 pounds, we're gonna have to buy you new clothes. Like there is no option.
And then are we documenting all this?
Yeah,
I threw myself in there. Are we documenting all this?
And then bring them on the podcast.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, it's something that it's something that, you know, I've been really, really thinking about, of like, man, how can I take it to the next level, but without, 1, breaking the bank, and 2, really digging deep into people who are really overweight and who really need it. Like, obviously you don't need it. Like somebody who's just like works at the hospital, is just doesn't want to work out, is not enthused, has no self-esteem. Like who can, like those are the people
that you would want.
And I mean, go to HEB. I mean, go to the mall and see how many people are just overweight. And not that it upsets me, but I want to help.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want to help, and I want to see.
Like everything they will need to want.
A lot of those people, they're like, oh, I'm good. And like, but are you good?
And then, of course, for the cost of it would be like maybe, I mean, I was thinking $1,000 a month. So $1,000 a month, which is $3,000 up front because you're doing there for 3 months. So $1,000 a month, 3,000 times 30. I mean, that's a good amount, you know, starting off. You know what I mean?
That'll get the house, pay the bills.
It'll be everything. So you would have everything pretty much paid for, the food, you know, everything. I would definitely bring my mom in to cook because she knows how to food prep, and you know, just different things that we can do to help these people, man.
So now let me ask you something based on last time you were on here.
Mm-hmm.
But what if they're not go-getters? And they've already paid you.
You don't have to be a go-getter.
And they're just like, hey, like, relax, bro. Like,
but remember, like you said, we're going to mold them into that. We're going to mold them into, because you have to get up at 5 a.m. You have to get, you know, because remember, a lot of those people, they go to the doctor and they're like, hey, your blood pressure's up a lot.
Did we freeze, or is that just your computer? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or, hey, you're going to have diabetes in like 6 months. Bro, I think you need to drop the donuts. Or...
well, not the donuts.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? But and then of course, you know, when you're there for 3 months, we have different alternate, you know, alternatives to, okay, let's make the donuts this way. Let's do
like we do here.
Yeah, exactly. Or let's make waffles this way, you know, or protein waffles, or different shakes, and you know, teach people how to do it.
I think that's the teaching. The biggest thing is the teaching stuff, right? Because I think we're still very in the era where like, oh, look at him, he's eating healthy. Like, no, I'm eating. Yeah, like, you're eating bad. That, you know, I'm eating.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
and
eating
it's
food. I'm fine.
Correct. This is like just food. Like, oh, look at him, he's on a diet.
This
like,
is my fuel.
No, this is just regular food.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because it's not a greasy burger doesn't mean I'm eating different than you. Like,
and I'm not saying these people can't have that. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is that I want them to learn the difference.
Right.
I want you to learn the difference of, hey, we can have a grilled burger with fries that are air fried, and then compared to McDonald's French fries or Burger King, or, you know what I mean? How do you feel?
Correct.
You know, let's see how you feel.
He's good at that. Him and Jesse at like alternatives, or more Jesse, I would say.
So we so I had a group of people, family members, in a group chat. What I would do is like, what are you eating right now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, send in your pictures. Like, every morning, send in your pictures, your breakfast. Everybody would send in their breakfast. Okay, you can change this tortilla for this other tortilla. You can change this cheese for this other cheese. You can not do fried, do grilled. So it was like these little changes. Oh, instead of having like that high calorie ranch, there's low calorie ranch.
Right.
Instead of that high calorie sour cream, a lower calorie sour cream. So we would change what they're already eating.
Right.
With lower calorie things, rather than give them a meal plan, because they're not going to do it.
No, you're not. Absolutely.
So it's like educating on them. Oh, look, this has this many calories because of this.
Right.
Don't eat a whole avocado. Like, what are you doing consuming 400 calories in one
sitting?
Right. Like, you can have a fourth of an avocado.
And that's the craziest thing I think about everybody, is everyone knows exactly what to eat. Everyone knows. Everyone.
Even kids know.
Everybody knows exactly what to eat. It's actually putting it into play. You know what I mean? And putting it into your daily routine of eating right.
Because everybody can do it when it's 3 weeks before the beach trip or before the Cancun trip. They do it 2-3 weeks before.
And of course, the reason I say 90 days is that I've always said 90 days. 90 days is what's gonna change. You will change in 90 days or less.
I think there's books and stuff and like theories.
There's a 21 day habit.
Yeah. Of course. Yes, for sure. And like I said, it's about learning, man. And that's the number one thing is okay. You've learned what you can eat and what you can't eat.
Right.
Because like I said before, everyone's different. So yeah, we might have maybe the first couple weeks we might have something that's for everybody, right? And then let's say, okay, now we're gonna teeter off and do things, because we're gonna reset your body, because we have to reset it first. So we're gonna eat clean, but to where everyone's on the same page. And then after that, it's like, okay, now we're gonna specifically for you,
right?
You know what I mean? And that's taking snacks to work, taking lunch to work, you know.
But I think overall there's like an average right? Like everybody's body's different, but on average, you can eat this, this, and
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
or
yeah,
like
yeah.
certain things.
Right.
And then until you
Right.
get to that next level, like for instance, where you're at now that you're about to do a show, so you take it even further
Than that, yeah.
than what it is. Is that kind of the same thing you're doing with your investment stuff, like teaching people and guiding people, or?
I'm not necessarily. It's more of really, man, letting the and Calvin get into this more than I can, but it's really getting into the because now everyone's in bots, right? A bot that does your investment for you. So
What does
we
that mean?
have a bot is something that it's
So I don't have to sit here and
and
buy
look at
and
it yourself,
sell.
nothing like that.
Like,
So you're
like there used to
literally
be this guy I used to work out with that he would always be staring at his phone,
yeah.
stressing. So you don't have to do that no more.
Nothing, not at
No?
all, not at all. So it's literally an app on your phone, and you go through the app or whatever, and it's a live account, right? And it will trade for you. So it's doing the actual trade, the buy and sells for you. So it's not nothing that you have to do or anything to worry about. So I made $1,600 today, and it does nothing. It will trade itself. So here's the stock market is doing what it's gonna do,
Right.
and now the actual bot itself will say, okay, it's time for me to go in, it's time for me to go out, and then of course it's gonna do your and then of course you'll have your weekly. So for the week I've made $11,228.
But then Johnny's gonna be like, that's not true.
So who programmed the bot? Like
so Calvin's the one who did all. Calvin is
hired
the
developers
CEO.
and
Yeah,
engineers to
do all this for him. Or I want to say he did it himself because he's done it for so long. So he was able to actually have the capital, right? Because Michael's the CEO, he's a COO. Calvin's the COO. So Michael was able to have the finances and the capital to get a bot, and then of course Calvin took it from there. But like I said, Calvin's been doing this for a long time.
And I think the idea behind it is just because it's math. Maybe at the end of the day,
algorithm
numbers. It's
an algorithm. So the algorithm
that understands behaviors and understands the market. And
right.
It's like, so the way algorithms work is that they don't work linear the way we think of linear thought. Like we think of past, present, and future. Bots understand things like in 4-dimension or algorithms, which is like they think about things all at the same time. We can only think about one thing at a time. They think about things
15 different times or
different ways exponentially. Right. So it's like this way, and inside and outward.
So perfect example is like yesterday, the bot didn't trade at all. And I was like freaking out, like I haven't made any money. Like what's going on? Why is it not working? Did Calvin turn it off?
Is he mad?
Is he mad at me? Like, what did I do?
So now let me ask you this, but it still has that human aspect to it, right? So let's say I'm giving you 40,000, and then the bot and then the bot goes down, and then now what? So I'm still, it still has to be, how do I say this? Like there's still somebody else that's still controlling my money, right? Because if you turn off this program that's on my app, someone still has access to it. So if they cut it off and my money is there, then I'm screwed.
Well, you're not screwed. Well, you're not screwed. The bot can turn off itself. Or he'll turn off the bot, but the money is yours.
But I put it somewhere.
Yeah, you're gonna put it in a broker. So you have a broker account.
Okay.
So it's your broker account. Nobody has the password. Nobody has the nothing.
Access.
That is, yeah. That's your broker. So
the bot the bot will have it because it's gonna log in.
Well, the bot's gonna connect to the actual platform, which is MetaTrader 4.
Right.
And that's what it will trade.
Okay.
And it will trade it into your account. Yes. Okay. But it doesn't have access to your money.
And I tell it, like, let's say I have.
You don't tell it anything.
Nothing.
You don't
relax,
do. You don't do. Yeah.
Relax.
You don't do anything. The bot does everything.
What was it saying? Chill,
relax, recover.
Chill, relax, recover.
Gotcha.
So what Calvin does is he goes behind the scenes and he sees what your account's doing, right? And then he's gonna program it to where how much it can take, because it obviously you don't want to down draw, right? You only want to down draw 30%. So it will draw down 30%. It will draw down 30%, right? Anything that goes over 30%, it's gonna let it. This is gonna go. I mean, unfortunately, yes, you will. It is a risk. It's
still a risk.
It's always a
disclaimer.
risk.
Throw a disclaimer in there.
Disclaimer out there. It's always a risk. Money, trading money is always a risk. We've just been very successful with a bot.
Even this market, like, I mean, there's my.
Well, you got okay. So exactly what I was just saying was yesterday the bot didn't trade at all, and I was kind of freaking out, like, hey, Calvin, what's going on? And that's another great thing about Calvin, man. Calvin will answer your question in less than 5 minutes. Like, he is there all the time. This is what he does, like, for real, for real.
Go ahead.
So yesterday there was no trading. And I'm like, dude, what's going on? Why isn't my bot trading? Like, why did you turn it off? Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Did I not pay this month? Because it's like a subscription. You do pay a monthly fee of $99 a month. Okay. But you saw the return, like $1,600 in one day. Like, that's incredible.
I lost more than that already.
So exactly. So anyway, the bot was actually, he was like, man, let it do its thing. It's gonna be fine. Trust me. I'm like, all right. I mean, you ain't let me down yet. So anyway, so the bot, that's what it was doing. It was figuring out the algorithm of the market and trying to figure out, okay, what's it doing? And that's it, man. It traded it last night into this morning, and
so probably yesterday was just not filling the market. It was
like, it was trying to see what it was doing, and I mean, it makes perfect sense. Correct. It makes perfect sense.
There's investment strategies. I think there's one of them called UIL, Insurance Universal Life, something like that. That it only grows when the stock market grows, but it can only grow 12%, and then if the stock market goes down, it doesn't go down. You don't lose anything, because it cuts off, right? You don't lose anything, but you can only gain 12% or 15%. Does that
no, this
is
man,
a certain percent that you can only win?
You could still lose.
You only make?
No. I believe it depends on how much you have in the account. So whatever amount you have, let's say you had $100 in your account, it's going to trade only a certain percentage, right? A certain percentage of that $100 until it keeps growing and growing and growing and growing.
So it's going to like take $30 and make you 60, right? So now you have 160. Right. So then the next day it's going to trade 30% of 160.
So like today, for instance, perfect example again, today.
42.
So today, he's bad with numbers, guys. Sorry.
42.
So like today, it's made 1,600, right? It could be done for the day. Like that could be it. I'm happy with that. That's.
So what if I'm like, no, more?
Well, of course.
What do I push it? Keep going.
Of course, we all want that. But that's why.
Mr. Scrooge.
That's why we got the bot. Is because of that. Because we as humans are emotionally attached to wanting more and more and more. To where the bot's like, hey, dude, it ain't safe.
Hey, relax, bro.
Relax. Chill.
Need a shirt.
What I've understand about the stock market and day trading is that everything is based on your understanding and like your human behavior. Like if you're like, I want more. And then if you don't pull out, like if you don't pull out on time.
Why'd you laugh, sir? What was funny about that? Hold on. What was funny about that?
It's a sexual
pulling out,
bro.
Oh, okay.
And it's true. If you don't pull out on time,
like
that's it.
I don't know. I don't talk about stuff like that.
But like if you don't do it on time, then it's gonna be
you lose money.
Right. But it's
which
all
is a baby.
based
You lose money. You lose money.
Like I hear a lot of people like, oh, I should have gone with my gut.
Yep.
Always.
Absolutely.
But at that time, the gut was telling you to keep going.
Yeah, and it's too late by then. Like you've already dipped.
And I've done it. I will be the first to tell you guys I have lost money.
About how much did you
$15,000. I've lost $15,000, but I'm up.
This last time,
but I'm up 64,000.
With the bot or without the bot?
No, doing it myself.
Right, doing it yourself. Doing it myself, I've lost like 30% of.
Yeah, I started with 10,000. I grew it all the way up to like 15. I think I was on the truck with you. We're gonna go see somebody in Houston, and that was the day.
He was sad.
I lost all of it in one day.
I kept telling him, "Get off your phone." He's like, "No, man, it's
gonna come back up. It's gonna come back up."
Like,
that's what she said, and it didn't.
No, it didn't come back up. Yeah, once it went up and you used it, it's hard to bring it. Bring it back up.
Depends on what you eat.
Does it?
It does.
Damn, I'm eating the wrong stuff.
It does, bro.
But that's good. So. Are you? What do you consider? Are you a broker? What do you or this is just you?
This is all Calvin.
No. I mean, like, are you a broker yourself? Are you looking for people?
No.
Are you?
Yeah. So I have people under me right now. I have had 3 guys that are under me in my so it's not an MLM, but if you want it to be an MLM, you can. But
MLM
obviously
stands for multi-level marketing.
Correct.
So you have 1 person here, and then you have 3.
No, I have 3. Boom, boom, boom.
And then they have 3.
If they want, they don't. You don't. So you don't have to have. You don't. That was one thing I loved about Calvin is that Calvin got out of the MLM. He was like, bro, you do your thing. If you want to tell people about this, great. If not, keep it to yourself.
Right.
So that was the one thing I loved about it, and fell in love with that is the fact that, but then in my mind I'm like, man, what opportunity, what opportunity and what perfect timing to help people financially, and just you don't have to do anything. Like there's nothing you have to do.
Joey, that sounds too good to be true.
Is.
And
I
9
know
out of
it.
10 times when it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
It is, but
So I'm gonna challenge you, which I have.
yeah, of course
Plenty
you
and
have.
over. You know.
And I've
And
continued to prove him wrong.
And I think the
Yeah.
and I think where it goes
But back to trust.
against ethics and trust is that, like other MLMs, is that they prey on the people that need it the most.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Uh-huh.
And I think what you're saying is I'm offering opportunities for people that want that growth rather than preying on the people that
Absolutely, 100%.
are desperate.
And that can. I mean, because, you tell, a lot of people, my wife is a huge saver. She loves to save money. She loves to hold it and save it.
Really?
Yeah, she
Because
just.
you don't.
There's like $4,000 in the bank account right now. I think I'm probably about give or take 4,000 to 5,000 from our tax return. So, and it's just chilling. But to me, in my head, I'm like, why would you let it chill when you can have it in here and it can grow 40, 60%?
It's losing right now.
Inflation.
Yeah, exactly.
Losing
So
6%.
why are you gonna just let it? But hey, it's her money. She does what she wants. I do what I do. You know what I mean?
Again,
Do
back
you
to the
have
respect.
Back to the respect.
Do you have a safety net? Do you have a emergency fund?
Oh yeah, always.
Okay.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
is it like liquid where if something happens, you can just pull it out?
Pull it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm big on that, like having an emergency fund where.
And then of course, once I get to where I want to be with this account, I want to get into more crypto, in the crypto space. And again, Calvin knows all about that stuff, man.
So this is like play money.
We don't ever play with money.
Yeah, bro.
We don't ever play with money, bro.
No.
That's nothing to play with.
So
why would you?
Me neither.
Yeah, that's not play money. That's an investment. When you invested in you can go back to the store right now and say, hey, I want money for all these, and they'll give it to you, right?
You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
What is your perspective on credit?
Credit, man,
that's helped a lot.
Helped a lot.
Tell them your story.
Okay.
Quick.
So back in December of last year, my credit score was at 572. I hired a guy.
He's judging you right now. You saw that look? He just judged you.
It's okay.
No, I didn't.
It's okay. So I was at 572. I hired a guy. I actually hired one of my friends. Ike, friends with Xavier. We call him X. He does credit. And I said, bro, I need help with my credit. This and this and this. And he was like, okay, let's dig into it, man. Let's get going. So December 1st, 2021, I paid him. It was about $1,500, and I paid him. I said, dude, let's go. And he's like, all right. By March 2022, my credit score was at almost 700, because of everything that he told me to do, how to do it, and things like that. And so then from there, man, it was just like, okay, you own a business, do this. This is what I want you to do. I want you to get credit cards. Like, I'm like, bro, you want me to get credit cards? Like, I'm not making any sense to me. Like, why would I do that? And he was like, well, you don't have any history. Your history is all gone. We got rid of all your credit history. So what I didn't know, the bureaus, right? The 3 bureaus, Equifax, there's 2 more. TransUnion and Equifax, TransUnion.
And the other one.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. They keep on your profile.
Expedient.
There you go.
On your profile, they keep record, bro. Since 2007, I had stuff on my credit. And I got rid of all. So I literally had to call them and say, hey, I need you to slash all this off my credit. Well, you Mr. Garcia, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and so I had to tell them, like I was on the phone for maybe 30 minutes per bureau. And they wiped off everything. And as soon as they wiped off everything off my credit, man, it just rocketed straight up. So now I'm sitting at like a 720.
Dang.
703.
That's worse.
So now I'm sitting like at a 720, and he's like, hey, you need credit cards. You have a business. Right. You have an EIN number. You need to get business credit cards, and you need to get personal credit cards. And I'm like, okay. So
I was kind of confused because I was helping you through that. I was like, why is this guy getting this?
Yeah. So then of course I get these cards, and again, goes back up again. So now I'm sitting close to like 800. And now I'm able to get, like, I think the biggest credit card I have right now is 20,000 that I have, and that's
But you don't use them.
Oh, no, we're going to Vegas in November, and we're going to Disney
But you have the
at the end of the
capital
month.
to use them
Correct.
and then pay them.
Pay it off. Yeah.
So
Correct.
that's the difference between somebody that doesn't have it
Correct.
and has credit card debt
Yeah.
and can't pay it.
Right.
Or pays
And
the
he
bare
says,
minimum.
and he definitely, he's big on, like, obviously not using 30% or only using 30% of the card,
Right.
and then, and then paying it off a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. So, and that's what I do.
Right.
Is that I'm only paying it off a little bit at a time.
Correct. But with that, I think you have to have that responsibility.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of people will get that $20,000 credit card and be like, all right, we're set. Let's go to Disney World, and we're only making $1,000 a week, and we're probably never going to be able to pay this off, and then we're back in that hole.
Correct.
That you just climbed out of.
Yeah, and of course, my big payout is coming up in November 1st, is seeing where this account gets me to, and then I'm supposed to get a big old a good chunk of that money, and I probably won't pay it off all at one time. I would probably just do like maybe half, just to keep that report of my my payment history, because they look at that too. They look at your payment history and how many have you been late? Have you not been late? Are you making the minimum payment? Are you making a little bit more than the minimum? And obviously, any bank's gonna see that you're making a little bit more than minimum, and they're
like, give him more.
Hey, how much does he want?
Yeah, give him more. Because at the end of the day, they're making money off of you as well through all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Correct. But he's actually helping me too, and I think I'm really close to 7 now.
Nice.
With that, so
it's a huge blessing. It's so nice to go to a bank or anybody and say, hey, I need this. I need some extra funds.
Right.
Can you help me?
And I think that's the difference, because with me, all my stuff that I did was money, right? So it was like cash money. And he told me, he's like, yeah, I mean, in your mind, like, being Hispanic, it's like, if you don't have it, don't spend it or save it or like pay cash for it. Like, like, don't get yourself in debt. So through high school and all that, I had one credit card. Like, out of high school, it was Express, right? Because Express was cool back in the day.
Yeah.
I had that one. And I think I got like another one for like $500. But I just like, no, if I don't have it, I'm not gonna buy it, right? So, but then I learned that's bad, bro. Like, so when we went out to try to like get a house or do other things, they're like, you don't have credit. I'm like, okay, yeah, but I own my own business. I make about this much.
Good. I'm legit.
Like, yeah, like I make this much. Everything's paid off. Trucks are paid off. Cars. Oh, that's good for you, sir. Good job. But you don't have credit. Your credit's bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, okay, that's good for you. Good job, sir. Like, pat on the back. But you don't have credit history. You don't have and I think at that point back then, I closed the Express or something, and I only had that one, which I still have. Actually, it's a $300 credit card. That's the one I've had for the longest, but that wasn't good enough. Like, they were like, it doesn't matter what I had now, then. And I think that's what and I try to tell people now, like some of the employees I have now, I'm like, you're young, you're 20, 21, like, build your credit.
Build it.
Take care of it, of course, responsibly, but that's going to open the door.
For anybody who wants, we'll put Xavier's Facebook and stuff on here too. He actually helps build high school kids' credit. So if your kid's in a junior or a senior in high school, he will help their credit and start their credit. Because my first credit card was when I was a freshman in college, and they gave me it was like $1,000 Visa, and man, I had that card for a long time. But I would only use it for school, and as soon as then of course I took it off, or I'd pay it off as soon as I bought as soon as I bought books or whatever I needed, supplies for school, I would just pay it off ASAP. Right. So, but yeah, he helps high school kids, build their credit so that they can buy their own car, or they can do whatever they got to do for themselves. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really good. So back to this investing thing. So right now I give you $1,000. Yeah. What do I do next? I'm like, hey, I'm ready. I saw your story. I've been following
so you're gonna put it into the broker.
Okay.
So we're gonna set you up with a broker's account.
So I'm setting up my account, my identity, my login,
all your stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then we're gonna get you connected with Calvin.
Okay.
Calvin will then tell you which bot do you want, because there's certain ones that there's more aggressive bots, and then there's one that's more conservative. So if you want the more conservative one, obviously that's a little bit cheaper.
Right.
If you want one that's more aggressive, that's $50 more. So you're looking at $100 or $99 a month to. I'm sorry, I take it back. They're both $99 a month. Mm-hmm. One, the upfront cost for the conservative one is going to be $150. The conservative one's 150.
Right.
The one that's more aggressive is 300 starting off. So 300, but it's only a one-time payment.
About to jump in that one.
So it's only one time $300, and then the monthly payment for it is $99 a month. Okay. And then you watch it grow.
So I picked the conservative one. All right, I'm set. Appreciate it. Here's my thousands, and then in there I log in.
Right.
And then just watch it.
Yeah.
I can
and then
see
Calvin hooks it up for you, and then you will.
I have access to it.
You will download MetaTrader 4, which MetaTrader 4 everybody has, which is it's an app like this.
Mm-hmm.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an app like this, right? And you will see your balance, and you will see everything that you need to know. You will set up and Calvin will do this with you the whole process,
Okay.
or I can do it with you too,
Right.
either one. And you'll see your money.
Kind of teach me what I'm looking at, what's there.
So this is this is gonna be your main screen here.
Get a little closer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is your main screen right here.
Right.
So this will tell you how much money you have in your account, and then your history will tell you all the trades that happened.
Okay.
So whether it be overnight or during the day, those are all your trades. And then of course this is the market. Right
Do
here.
I have to be there like 30 days, 60 days?
You can do whatever you can do it however you want.
Let's say
I personally, and Calvin would say the same thing, is to give it at least 30 to 60 days to grow.
Mm.
From that point on, you can either pull some money out, whatever.
So let's say I put 1,000, maybe in the first month. Let's say, I don't know, just random number. I'm at 2,000, right? I made 1,000 in a month.
Yeah.
And something came up. I gotta pull it out.
Yeah.
Is it hard? Do I have to?
All you gotta do is you're gonna send it back to your broker, and then from your broker to your bank account.
And then that's it.
That's it.
Simple,
easy. And that's honestly, personally.
What's worst case scenario?
What do you mean?
Worst case scenario, I don't know. Stock crashes. Somebody hacks it, or like possible. What?
Well, number one thing is the stock market will never crash.
Right.
There's too much money in the stock market for it to crash.
Okay.
It ain't gonna happen. Like we are in 2022 now. It's not gonna happen. Get out of your head. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna crash.
So as a consumer, I'm thinking like, right? Because me just being like, well, okay, this sounds really good, but what's the worst? Like, I want to be ready for the worst. What's the worst? Like, it's just gonna grow slower.
Yeah. The worst is that mine yesterday. It didn't trade at all. That's the worst that could happen. And I mean, you think about one day compared to
right.
the rest of your life, or you just keeping $4,000 in a bank account. I mean, that's the worst that could happen is nothing grows.
Correct. So, like, for instance, you said that earlier with Sarah, and of course we have our emergency fund, right, and the savings. And when I see it, right, because when I go into my personal or whatever, it's there, and it gives me anxiety. I mean, it feels good to have the money there, right? Something comes up, we're ready, we're prepared, right? It took us a while to build it, and that was the reason why we put money aside, whatever. But it gives me anxiety to the point where I'm used to, not used to, right? But the way I'm triggered, it's like that's money that I have sitting, right? And I'm just like, it's there for a good cause, but my anxiety is like, man, I could double this in 2 months. I can double this. I can buy some inventory.
Well, here,
for
think
the
about
store.
this. Think about this real quick, really, really, really quick. Who's in control of your bank account?
Me.
No, you're not. Can the IRS go into your bank account right now and take all the money out?
Yes.
Yes, it can.
And that's happened.
That's the scariest thing in the market. That's the scariest thing for anybody.
Correct.
That's the scariest thing. So, for me to have this app and this in my broker account is like a lifesaver.
So, am I paying taxes on this, or do I report this at the end of the year? Or how does that work?
So typically the secret is there's always a loophole, right? Don't let the government fool you. Don't let anybody, any bank fool you. Don't let nothing. I mean, this is what I've learned in the past 2 years.
Disclaimer, your opinion. This is what you've learned.
Yes, disclaimer, your opinion. This is what I've learned. Is that through Cash App, you can go through Cash App and put it in your Cash App account, and nobody will know. So you can literally, because obviously with Bitcoin, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in order to get your money into your broker's account, it has to go through Bitcoin, and Calvin will explain this to you as well. Is it has to go through Bitcoin. So with Bitcoin, you have to when you pull the money out, it has to go through Bitcoin again.
Mm-hmm.
So when it goes through Bitcoin, obviously we all use Cash App.
Right.
And from Cash App, it stays in that account. I don't have to move it. I have a card, an actual bank card that's a Cash App. So I'll just use that. Now, if you want to be a responsible U.S. citizen, if you want to, which the government screwed us already. So I mean, honestly, let's be real. You don't have to. You can do it. You can pay your taxes if you want to do that like that, and do it the right way or whatever whatever your situation,
yeah,
whatever
right.
your situation is.
Talk to a tax person or
Yeah, or Calvin.
CPA
Calvin.
or
Calvin will know.
somebody.
Calvin will know, and so will Michael. Michael's the owner. He's the CEO of the company. So, and he worked for the stock market.
Okay.
He was actually on the floor at New York at the stock exchange.
Yeah, because like right now with Robinwood, where I have some of my stuff, at the end of the year I get like a little thing that they mail me, so I can put it on my taxes of my gains and my losses and stuff like that.
And
but that one's traceable, right?
Right.
So it's
and then of course that's another thing. That's another good question for Calvin is the taxes. You know what like everyone's situation is different.
We don't want to be like Shakira.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
how Shakira is right now.
No, I don't know how she is.
Shakira, so she's looking at 8 years for from Spain for, I don't know the proper terminology, but pretty much like stuff with taxes in Spain.
Really?
Like 15 million of unclaimed or whatever.
Wow.
So she's looking at prison time. For
them hips don't lie though.
Yeah, that's true. There's memes all over right now about her being in jail.
That's crazy.
Or like, you know, dancing or whatever. But
yeah.
I think that's the main thing is like that's one of my anxieties that I had when I opened up the business. Right, is like I'm reporting everything.
Right.
Any penny that comes into the store, I'm reporting it.
Right.
Because those dudes have access to my account
anytime.
And it just like
that's what's scary.
And I lived that, right. So I went through some issues because as a business owner, I was learning. So you have sales tax, right? And you got to pay them every 3 months or whatever based on what comes in, right? So I knew that, right? But like, I guess just busy or whatever, I didn't pay them for a month or 2 months. And then I paid them again. So then the IRS is like, oh, hey, you owe us.
Just by the
like,
way.
Yeah, you owe us. And I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, I'll take care of it. Boom, the next day, my account, I'm like, what the hell? And I was like, hey, what happened? They're like, hey, they took the money.
You didn't pay, bro.
Yeah, they took the money. And I was like, holy crap.
They remind you of like Robin Hood in the, or that cartoon, Robin Hood. Yeah, Robin Hood. They just come and take their money, take people's money.
Yeah.
Like,
so, and that's why I was like, holy moly. Like, you know, I'm doing things right and they still came in and got
that
it.
Crazy, man.
So,
but
it's like learning.
It's the one thing I've learned is like, you are not control of your bank account. I'm sorry. No matter how much you have in your account, you're not in control of it.
Yeah.
The IRS is.
Yeah, they literally pulled it and I was like, well, and I think I had a savings too and they pulled it from both. So they got my business, my personal, and my personal savings. And from there, they got their money. And I called and said, hey, like, you know, I was about to pay it. Like, oh, yeah, you're cool.
No
like,
worries.
Don't worry. We got it. Appreciate you. Like, I was like, dang. So
savage.
So that's when you said that earlier. That's why.
And then this whole thing with, you know, U.S. being in debt, man, we're not in debt. United States is not in debt. It's like $30 trillion in debt. We're not in debt.
They just print more.
Yeah, exactly. Not just that, but it's a lot of. And I'm gonna say this on a limb, but a lot of this is just drug money. You know, there's drug money. There's so much drug money out there. It's ridiculous.
Right.
So, but I mean, like I said, we are not. You know, do your research too. I mean, I've done a lot of research, and it intrigues me a lot.
You're speaking from a position where you've learned, and you've researched,
and I've seen it. Like I'm like, oh my gosh! And of course, with the bot and day trading, you know, you can make that much money. Correct. It's very possible. Like, you can make a lot of money on that.
So why isn't more people doing it?
Scared. I'm scared. I was scared. I was scared to death. But to learn that, you know, America teaches us, hey, don't be in debt. But then yet we're in debt, $30 trillion. Like, come on, bro. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It's just fear?
Yeah, it's just fear. It's fear of they took fear into the American citizen.
And is that what what you're representing right now, is just showing what you're going through?
Don't be scared to invest in your, like, we as American citizens work way too hard to sit back and just get screwed by the IRS or the government. Way too hard, because we're just stimulus now. It's in gas. Now it's gonna be in food, diapers. I mean, everything's going up. Everything's going up.
But it felt good.
It felt great. Oh yeah, for sure. It felt. I got money. I got free money. No, you don't, bro. It's coming right. It's going right back into the economy. Correct. And right back into the stock market.
Correct. And it's funny because when those checks would come out at the store, like next few days, I had people coming in. Hey, I got my stimulus. I'm here to buy some stuff. I'm like, hey, come on with it. Right. So again, people are not being responsible.
Right.
With their money.
Right.
Right. Like, oh, it's free money, this and that.
And that's the sad thing is, like, people they're not educated, and that's where I feel like I need to come in and say, okay, let's educate you on your money. Let's educate you on your fitness, all your goals. You know, because the one thing that people, it doesn't matter who you are, is you want to be the provider. You want to any man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or even females. I mean, we're in 2022.
Right.
Even females, strong females,
Women.
they want to provide. They want to provide for their family.
Correct.
They want to be there for their husband or their kids or whatever the case may be.
Right.
No matter what, is you want to be a provider and you
Correct.
want to be on top. You don't want to be on the bottom.
Nobody wants to
Nobody wants to be on the bottom.
No matter how much they say they're comfortable, they're good, or they're okay.
Yeah.
You're really not.
You're
like, if you're really deep down, I think, inside of it, because a lot of people are like, no, I'm good. I'm like, but are you? Like, are you really good? Like, I mean, you might be comfortable, which is different. It's not a bad thing, but it's like, do you see yourself 5 years from now with your kids or what's going on?
Right,
And you think you're still going to be in that. And
it's funny because, Ray texted me the other day. He texted me how I was doing and be motivated and can't quit and keep grinding and this and that. But deep down, I was like, man, bro, you've done so much already. You're like, you are okay. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, I'm running more. I want to train for Ironman. Mm-hmm. I want to train for marathons. But still maintain my physique.
Correct.
Like, that's the number one thing is still maintain my physique and show people that it can be done.
Right.
Like, you can do that. Like, it's possible.
And you can do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Right. Because this is what you want to do.
Yep.
But being smart with your money is allowing you to finally do what you want to do.
Right. Correct.
Nobody really, in my opinion, I don't think nobody really wants to go out Friday night and party and Saturday night and party just to come back Monday, back to work and do it all over again and be like, I'm looking forward for that Friday. No, you're looking forward for like a week where you can just chill, drink. If you like drinking, drink every day, or go to Cancun for a month. That's what you really want. You think you want that weekend getaway. Or that Saturday night party.
And definitely set yourself up for that. Like,
correct.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I've been doing for the past, and it takes time. I mean, it's not gonna happen overnight. Like we started December 1st, 2021. You know what I mean? Like, that was fixing my credit.
Right.
And then going from there. And being able to have and now looking back at that, like, not even a year yet, and we're at $64,000 in the positive. You know what I mean? And to look next month, hopefully being, over 100,000. And just continue to grow, continue to help people, and say, well, how much do you have? Because some people out there, they have 20,000. Some people have 50,000. Some people have 500. Some people, you know what I mean? Everyone's case is different.
Right.
But it's, what are you doing with that? Are you just letting it sit there? Because remember that, and that like I said, that's the one thing that scares me the most is that the IRS can come in and just jack it and say, what are you gonna do about it? And what can you do about it?
Right.
That's the scariest thing.
Right.
That's worst case scenario.
Correct. It's like I was watching a few weeks ago. I think it was called Molly Poker or something like that. It's like a true story apparently, on Netflix. Right, where she had poker games, but she wasn't raking. Mm-hmm. Like, what makes poker illegal real quick is the fact when everybody's playing, we can play poker right now, live stream and everything. We're legal in Texas.
Right.
But it's once I start taking money from whatever's going on, and then for me or whatever,
right,
that's what makes it illegal. So anyway, she was doing it legal way and all that, and the FBI was trying to put a case on her or something like that, and they took everything. They took all her cars. She had real good. I mean, she made it. She was big balling.
Right.
They took all her cars, seized her accounts, and then they're like, oh, by the way, we'll see you in court Monday. And she's like, well, I don't have money. How am I gonna get a lawyer? How am I gonna get there? How am I gonna? The government seized all her stuff, even though it was legal, and then they proved that I think she was good or whatever. And then they're like, okay, well, if you want your money back, you got to plead guilty. And you're like, see, so she did everything right, but it was which is exactly what you're saying. The government used that against her, right? When normally when it happens is if she wouldn't have fought it or got a good lawyer, she would have probably been in jail or whatever because she didn't have money, she didn't have nothing else to do. And
of course, for me, man, it's like with my wife. My wife knows nothing about. She knows I watch the stock market every day. She knows I watches. I have this account. She knows.
She doesn't get interested.
Oh yeah, she's interested.
She's not like, I'm gonna stop doing this.
But I had to. For her, I had no one. No, she loves what she does. I mean, and don't get me wrong, guys. If you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life.
Correct.
Right. You don't work a day in your life. So, if you love what you do, keep doing it.
Right.
To the fullest. But at the same time, being financially free is totally different from doing what you love and getting paid peanuts.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
So why not have both?
Right.
Why not have both, the best of both worlds? Anyway, no, she's always been really, really like, I don't know about this stock market stuff. But, I mean, if anything would happen to me, man, I know that she'd be taken care of. Right. You know what I mean? I know that she would have access to my account. She'd be able to do whatever she needed to do to survive and to keep going. So,
and I think that's the biggest thing we need to just know as men or just women in general, just like setting up your family for success is the core, right? Like, like you grew up in a certain situation, and then wherever your parents went through, then you're going through it, but you don't want your kids to go through it, right? So it's like building that generational wealth, which is like the new thing that's going on, right? So it's like I tell people say like, man, Ray, why are you doing so many things? It's like, because that's gonna get me to my next level. Like this isn't my maximum level, right? Like this is like gonna get me for my main goal, which is here. But I still need to work. I still need to hustle or do certain things. And then like you did, you hustled all this time, and now you're in a better position,
right?
That you can do that. And I
to where I can really help and dissect people, with this, Biggest Loser in Conroe.
I think that'll be smart.
It's crazy, I want it to be where it's something that's affordable. Obviously, $1,000 a month I think is very affordable.
Very.
Of course, taking $3,000 up front is the best bet to do, because you're all in. You know what I mean? And like really just help people mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and really like change their life.
Right.
Like I want them to look at me and be like, man, you really do, like, bro, you changed my life.
Right.
In all aspects of my life, from my attitude to my finances. Like it's all changed.
So you don't feel like you can do that now through your social medias? Like we have this phone, this device that we can share our daily stories.
I mean, no, yeah, for sure you can. I can, but I really can't. I really can't dissect somebody to the core.
Right.
You know what I mean? They can watch me, they can see me, they can, come train with me and do all these things. But when they go home,
it's a
whole different ball game. It's different. It's just different. It's over the years, man, I've had people tell me like, man, how come I'm not losing any weight, or how come I'm not this, or how come I'm not that? Well, what are you eating? Well, I'm eating this and this and this. But are you really? Are you telling me the truth, or are you lying to me?
Right.
Like, are you making up excuses, or are you really, really telling me the truth? And at the end of the day, man, it's like, I don't never know.
Right. No,
I will never know.
But they know they're lying to themselves.
But they know, yeah, exactly. They know. But why get mad at me?
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, why are you mad about the workout, or mad about what we're doing if it's you're the one that's messing up?
Right.
To where if I have this and I create this, now it's like
you control all the aspects.
I control everything except for when you go to work.
Right.
Right. And when you do come back from work and we did that second workout and you're throwing up, I don't know why.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now you are a liar. Or if you get on the scale that Sunday and you haven't lost any weight, what are you doing? What's really going on?
So a lot of times here, when we have people come in and their weigh-ins, with Jimena, they'll be like, "Oh no, I had a good week. Oh cool, that's good. They get on the scale, and like, man, I'm only down half a pound. Oh well, you know what? Last Wednesday, I did that. Oh, and then I didn't even think about those chips. And then it's like you see, like, but I think even I've done it sometimes, right? I eat good breakfast, I eat a good lunch, and then in between I'll be like, you know what, I can eat this.
Because you get that.
Like, I feel like I deserve it now. But it's because I deserve it, quote unquote, doesn't mean it's really going to help me get to my next level, right? It's not going to really be good. Because you deserve it doesn't mean you need to eat it.
Right.
Right? Like I said, in anything in life, right? And a lot of people, they go shopping. I deserve it because I work so hard all week. I deserve to go out and spend money. I deserve to go eat whatever I want to eat. But that doesn't mean you need to. Right. If you really focus, you have to stop yourself.
Right.
And do that. And I think that's the biggest thing, because, and then people, numbers don't lie.
Right.
Once they see that scale, you're like, all right, makes sense. Wow, everything you said was true. But I ate, out of 7 days, 4 days was good. I'm like, okay, well, those other 3 screwed you. So you did it for nothing at the end of the day.
Because remember, one cheat meal takes 3 days to get one cheat meal. 3 days to get rid of, what's it called? Whataburger, Cane's, Raising Cane's.
Hey, Raising Cane's ain't bad,
Come on, bro.
It's chicken.
It's fried chicken.
Well, it's chicken protein. No, it's not how it works.
No, sir.
No.
Still bread.
Dang.
Still breaded and in grease. So, but anyway, yeah, man. That's the next big thing I think I want. I definitely want to do is just like I said, man, just be able to dissect. Because I have clients right now who are like they're struggling a little bit, like, but I don't know what happens when they leave the gym.
Correct.
I don't know what they eat. I don't know what they're drinking. I don't know. There's so much that goes into it. And I want to be able to be like, all right, sit your ass down right here. We're going to decide. We're going to do everything for you. I just need you to go to work for 3 months, 90 days. I need you to go to work. Right. And this is what we're going to do. And we're going to change your life.
Correct. So Sarah just said that starts with even with the kids. When I grew up, I was rewarded with candy. So even now as an adult, I had a good week at work, so now I'm just like, let me go get these margaritas,
Yeah,
let me go get these
absolutely,
nachos, let me
for
go
sure.
get these.
And I'm not gonna stop her because
Yeah.
that's wifey. You know what I mean? I can't say,
Why?
hey, you can't eat that.
Stop her.
No.
Start a little fight.
Well, you gotta.
That's fun.
You
You know,
gotta,
spice it
that's
up
why
a
we're
little
married.
bit.
That's
Yes.
why we're married.
Spice
To
it up
fight,
a little
to
bit.
fight.
Like,
But no, and it is. It's true. But that's her. That's her choice. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Like that's not. And I will support her on whatever she wants to do.
And I'm the same way with the kids right now. So like Anthony and Alexis, I push them right to a certain way. So we went to Olive Garden yesterday. I was like, where do y'all want to go eat? They're like, Olive Garden. I'm like, why Olive Garden? Right? And they're like, cause we can make better decisions there. And when they said that, I was like, man, let's just go to McDonald's, Taco Bell. They're like, Dad, no, fast food. Right? So they start to catch up on it, right?
Absolutely.
So then we got there, right? And Anthony saw me order gluten-free pasta, one of the things that they had there. And he's like, I saw him double think. And then he was like, I'll just get the regular pasta, but no bread. I'll get a salad. I was like, okay, so it's like it's starting to work, right? When before it would have been a soup, or it would have been like a different side with the full blown pasta,
right?
Like full. So I think it starts with us and them understanding, right? Because I think once you're like, you have to eat this. You have to. If you're not eating this, it's bad. Then as kids, was kind of when they tell you don't touch this.
Yep.
Right. You're like,
they want to touch it.
They want to touch it, right? But if you explain to them like, hey, if you, I tell Anthony right now, Anthony, if you really want to go play football at a high level, it has to be now. You're not gonna do it as a senior.
Right.
You know, ninth grade, you want to play A team. Okay, you're not gonna do it 2 months before ninth grade camp starts. Like you have to do it now.
You have to start doing
and
2-a-days, and it's
correct.
Discipline yourself.
So little by little, and before I was like, you're gonna eat this, you're gonna eat this, you're gonna eat this, and then he like, I think I was more pushing him away from it.
Right.
Than now that I'm like, look, you know your options. So these are your options, and if you see yourself with the Florida Gator uniform on, then you're gonna pick what options you want to do. I can only do so much, right? I can only force them so much, and then
we want to because we know the outcome.
But at that age, our parents didn't know either. We knew at the age of 12, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. I mean, you were a little bit more disciplined with that aspect, but I think in general, on average, you know, most kids, they know, and it's okay. Like my brother's probably a little bit faster than Anthony, a little bit more sportsy than Anthony, but I don't, why are you eating chips? He's like, I'm just going to work it out tomorrow. But you know, so he knows
that mindset,
right?
Yeah, that mindset
tomorrow I'm just going to go harder.
Tomorrow. Right.
Yeah, right. So,
or I'll run another mile. It's no big deal.
But I was talking to Giovanni, you know, it's like what we're doing now, the disciplines that we have now, is what we didn't have whenever we were in our teenage years. Yeah. You know, it's like that mindset in our teenage years would have just launched us to a whole nother level. But because we didn't have, I didn't have that discipline or that knowledge or that experience from somebody telling me like, hey, do this and that will lead you to success.
Right.
Like that will give you the outcome that you want.
Right.
Now, like I feel like I have that knowledge to know what I need to do. And it's not too late, right? It's never too late.
Right.
But in like sports, you know,
that's hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard.
Because sports, like, you know that it's too late, but you know that if you actually worked, you might still.
Yeah, that was definitely me, because I had the discipline to go. You know, in high school, I had the discipline to do it, and no problem. When I got hurt and tore my PCL, it was like, is it over? But in my head, it was like, it's not over yet. Like, you can come out of this. Like,
it's gonna be harder.
It's gonna be a lot harder, but you can come out of it. And then now that I look back on it, man, I'm so glad that I did, because now my kids see me in the gym and they're like, damn, man, daddy's strong. Like he's, you know, I think it was the last weekends ago? No, was it last weekend? Maybe it was last week. Last week you had messaged me and I had my shirt off, and you said I was the same size.
I never said that. See,
so
I think that was in your conscience.
Joey and Scarlett were there, and they saw me working out, and they're just like, damn, that's a monster.
Like, so side story. So he FaceTimes me.
Yeah. And
then he's showing me his big old 6-pack. Where is it at? It's somewhere in there. And he's like, hey, Ray, these people say I look different. I'm like, what? I never said nothing. Like, I mean, I'm always going to hold you to a high standard, which I always tell him, right? He's like, I'm good. No, you're not, Joey. You can be better. You know, so I hold him to a high standard. But yeah, that was funny. But no, what I was going to say when you said that about your kids is 2 Saturdays ago when we were at PA for that boot camp, we started doing abs. and then you're like, what's next? I think you said like, what's next? And then someone said, what are we working out? And Scarlett said the name of the workout, and I was like, dang, she knows what.
Russian twist.
Yeah, I was like, dang. How old is she?
5. She's 5. Joey's 3.
Wow.
And she knew the workout, and then you told her, show them how to do it, and she started doing it. And I was like,
Wow.
dang. So
yeah,
that would build like some solid strength at their age.
Yeah, I mean it's amazing to see, man. It's for me to be able to, and anybody can do it. It's not. I'm just saying because I'm a trainer, but anybody can take their kids to the gym, and you just start that little bit. My kids aren't with me all the time. I mean, they come to the gym, but they're not always there. They're always seeing the workout or whatever.
Like I said last episode, Joey. I mean, back in February, March, little Joey was pushing the sled.
Yeah.
And everybody at the gym stopped and was looking at him, and he was pushing the sled, and he was a year younger.
And it's so cool, and it's so cool to see now because he's 3. We're playing t-ball with 5 and 6-year-olds, and he's not scared. Like he's not. You would think that confidence that he's built, and like he's fast, and he's this and that, and I mean he's
Spider-Man too, by the way.
Yeah, he is. Watch out. He'll get you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just so cool to see, my son, be able to do different things that I probably never did when I was 3 years old. Like no way,
Correct.
And it's like the small things too. Like you were talking about the nutrition, making different changes. So they love Cheetos. Right, so I'll get them.
I love Cheetos.
I know. I'll get them a bag. HEB, they have like the 18-pack or whatever. I get the Quest chips. The protein chips. Yeah. Everybody hates them, but I put them on top of my salad because I need something crunchy. So I'll put them on top of my salad.
Why do you need it crunchy?
I don't. It's the texture. Yeah. It's definitely the texture of it.
I have popcorn, low calorie.
Yeah, popcorn. Yeah. There you go. So the 100-calorie or whatever. Yeah. So
the one that I have here, the one that I showed you this morning.
I don't think that's
not healthy.
So anyway, I'll open the bag, right? And I'll set it there on the. We'll be watching TV or whatever, and the kids will come over. Joey will come over and be like, "Daddy, can I have one?" And I'm like, I can't say no.
Right.
But at the same time, it kind of makes me a little upset because I have to give it to him. You know what I mean? Because that's my meal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, bro,
like
I'm limited.
I got you
already...
Cheetos and Doritos and all those other Pringles and all those other chips, but it does make me proud to see that. Okay, they are. Yeah,
little
by little, they both like those chips. So, and
you
a lot
eat
of people,
Cheeto Puffs.
When?
See, I don't think Joey always eats so good. Sarah, are you still here? Does he really eat so good? You have a cookie
no,
here
actually,
and there.
man, you know what? She bought banana nut bread the other day. Not on purpose. It was because the church was, how those churches.
Yeah.
And she was like, "I'm bringing it home." And I'm like, "Please don't bring that home." Like that's one of my between that and German chocolate cake. Man, that's right there, right on the side.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
So anyway, and I haven't had a bite. I haven't had nothing. So
I've been it. You don't like.
Well, you got to remember, you got to build a tolerance to not. You know what I mean? Just like we build a tolerance to have it.
I'm just too weak, bro. Like I've been fasting.
It's in your head, bro.
Like for a few days, and then like today it was like I gotta wait 1 more hour, and there's a bag of popcorn right
because
there.
Because I ran yesterday. I ran 8 miles. Right, I ran 4 in the morning and I ran 4
you gotta get faster, by the way.
I do. I gotta get faster. But I was like, man, I'll just have a piece of banana bread. I'll be fine. No big deal.
Right? Because you just worked out.
I ran 4 miles. Like I'll just burn it.
Did you
get it?
No
big deal. No, I didn't eat it.
Wow.
And then this is that discipline, man. Having that discipline.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's about to be 11 o'clock. I gotta eat. You know what I mean?
I got some crackers over there.
Oh, bro, I'm good.
No.
I gotta have a meal.
All right, Joey. So where can people reach you if they're interested, whether it's personal training or investing or where do they find you?
Obviously my Facebook. I would type in Joey Garcia, Conroe, Texas. Is that most people find me?
Yeah, because Joey Garcia is very common.
Very common.
Very basic.
Yes.
You gotta change your name.
Maybe to John.
Definitely not John.
And then Instagram is at JustGrindTraining33, and then always my phone number. My phone is always available 254-913-7723. So you can find me in any of those. No, we're good. We are good.
A lot of the groupies, or what are they called? Back in the day, the 60s.
We don't do that, bro. We don't do that here.
Well, no, I know you don't, but groupies are crazy. And then you said you had X help you. Where do they find him?
Xavier.
Yeah. Facebook.
Did you put him on the?
Yeah, he's on.
You got it. All right, so he's on there, and then Calvin. We'll add Calvin's name on here too, so that way I'll tag. I can tag him when I share it. I'll check Calvin Frazier and then Xavier.
I got Xavier.
Ortiz.
I can't spell, so we'll just let you do it.
Okay, cool. I'll share this video and then I'll tag those two on there and tell them what they do. So.
All right, sounds good. So
Sounds
what are
like
your What are your models right now?
My bottles.
Your models.
My models. Chill, recover, rest, recover. Chill, rest, recover.
All right,
we gotta work out. We're working out again at 4:30 or 4 o'clock today. So.
Actually, I've been trying to do 2-a-days. I'm getting a little bit better, and by 2-a-days I mean like some activity. So either tennis. I played volleyball the other day. Played tennis. I'm trying to catch up. This guy makes fun of me. So we share calorie thingies or whatever.
On our watch.
And he's like, "Hey man, what'd you say? You're outworking me." And I was like, "What? Am I? What?" He's like, "Just playing." I was like, "Oh, dang, got me."
I need to get me one of those fancy watches.
Yeah,
I need
the
a
new one just came out.
Yeah, I have. This is the very first one that came out, and I need a new one because mine keeps dying. Every time you're like, "Hey, sometimes you're hit or miss." I'm like, "No, my phone it dies."
Oh, see, I already got Joey.
I don't ever hit or
I'm
miss.
at 465 calories burned. Joey's at 0. Step your game up.
You know that those aren't accurate, right?
Very accurate, to the point, sir. Apple is not wrong. You hear this, Elon Musk? They're making fun of your brand.
It's the wrong.
Wrong guy. All right, guys. Well, everybody, thanks for hanging out with us today. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the comments. We'll bring him back again here in a few weeks and just keep digging in his brain.
Absolutely.
We'll see if he's a millionaire, and he'll be our first millionaire friend.
Yes.
And then we'll go from there.
We might make this place bigger.
Yeah, we should.
More colors.
We're looking at the room upstairs.
I messaged him. Remember I told you, do you need an office? Do you need anything?
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. And definitely I plan on, like I said, is helping the city of Conroe. Like I think that would be huge. I think that'd be a big step in anything from between fitness. Is just changing people's lives. Is really digging deep and changing people's lives. And it can be any fitness level. It can be a beginner. It can be somebody who just, because I have had a lot of women in the past too, like, I can't lose this weight. What is going on? I don't know what's going on. I'm doing my protein. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm doing 2-a-days, 3-a-days, 10-a-days. You know what I mean? Like they just can't lose the weight. But it's like I say, I really want to dissect into their body and what's going on. What's really going on, and give them that 90 days.
My weakness.
Everybody look for that program in the future.
Yeah. Any investors or anything that want to join
hop
in there.
Yeah, because I think it would be really beneficial for, like I said, man, just the city itself.
We'll call it Real World Conroe.
Yep.
Jersey Lake Conroe.
Oh no, what's it called? Biggest Loser.
The Biggest Loser.
Like,
that was a good show.
It's just like The Biggest Loser. I mean, I wanted to be just like The Biggest Loser, except it's reality. Like, you see The Biggest Loser, people get motivated by that.
Definitely.
Like they're like, oh my gosh, she just lost. How did she do that? You know what I mean? Right. And I think if you brought that to real life and to an area where it's like, hey, you can really do this, then it would be extremely beneficial.
Definitely
beneficial. So,
all right, guys. Well, y'all have a good one. Peace out.
Deuces.